Hey, if that's one of you guys that I'm texting, my phone's charging, so I can't really look at it. Oh, pressing the button to continue. Okay. Let's get it started. okay. Forcing showcase, alright, cool. I'm gonna be crafting stuff. This is good right there. Yeah, that was trippy. I have no idea what just happened on that dream.
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
Okay, cool. 1911. Looks like. I feel Miss Charles as you requested. I believe for the Albert Lucarian vision in the city of Oakmont, Mass. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women are from across the country drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours. The city drowning in the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourselves, then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way towards it. Johannes Branderburg. Okay. Actually made it.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
The evidence? Okay.
Now get out!
Nah, he's friendly. Alright. Get us there. Oh, triangle is fine.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderberg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Just go to night suit.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Okay, I'm just gonna say night suit. I wanna see
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature. Scion of a robust bloodline. A philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
Oh, that was in the dream. Okay.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot, or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular. Its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderberg?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought like moths drawn to a flame.
Does Oakmont really have much of a market for philosophy these days?
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
And the guy's distracted. Search for more information. Holy shit, this is... Institutions and landmarks, fast travel. Okay, there's fast travel, that's cool. Okay. So yellow means it's not down, green it is. Express marshal uses to plan around evidence marks are shown for the currently selected case file is select another case in the C and place relevant okay. Generic red marks are always shown regardless. What? Guilty is full. Generic red marks are always shown. I need to see the unseen. Minds that can reveal. Okay. Yep. Know about that. Okay, that's better. It's down.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
No, what the fuck?
You like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves over.
Oh, don't say it froze. What? This is Throgmorton.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouther-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera. You have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. We're standing right in front of it.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Oh no, it's already there. Okay. What the fuck is that?
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it? Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
That was nothing.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember.
Tell me about yourself.
Names, we moved here after the flood.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with it. I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton.
Who is this Kay?
Outsider, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light.
Sorry. Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth.
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
Choo choo. Ahem.
Alcohol, okay. Yeah, just steal from the crime scene.
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
What?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
What the hell? What type of clock is that? Oh, clock. I mean, okay, I see what it is. Yeah, I'm dumb.
Five cards short of a full house. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like. So, that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebheil, Nukulina, Haftin.
Oh.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I think that's the first one. What's this? Yeah, okay. This is the first one.
What's happening?
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Okay. God, they throw so much at you. Crucial information. Deductions. Okay, so what do? Casebook, okay. Hotel room key, no. Mind palace, okay. Let's see. Albert attacked the fisherman, that can combine with... Wait. Albert is dangerous and poses. Yep, okay, yeah, that one makes sense. Okay, but isn't there more? One fisherman, okay. Caught a cow break. Lewis shot without warning. Nope, shit. One fisherman is missing. Okay, yeah. Innsmouthed Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmorton. Sudden yeah, okay. Albert spread some sort of psychic influence, which made everyone nearby suffer hysteria. Okay, what's the last one? One fisherman is missing. Albert fled when wounded. Fisherman Lewis. Okay. So he's gonna find out where he went. I'm assuming that, but
There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
all evidence tested. This game for, I don't know who's tuned in unless you texted me. It's a mystery, like you ever play Sherlock Holmes or something like that? It's like a mystery game like that. So there will be a lot of talking in the beginning before I really start fighting stuff. So from what I've seen, it seems like a very intriguing game. Can I find it? Yeah. I'm kind of cheating because I did see parts of the beginning.
The door won't budge.
But, oh, maybe not, because I thought you could just walk in there. Okay, maybe I missed something. Alright. Follow the blood. Oh, yep, he's right here. Holy shit, that's trippy. Okay, 1 second.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Yeah.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Oh, right. I want to turn this off, but my guy's starting to go insane. Okay.
There's something in the pocket.
Louis, please just give me 1 more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've stuck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just 1 more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter. Louis was the fisherman. Okay. So Louis isn't the most trustworthy person. Oh, actually, we have to hold it. Gunpowder. Alright. I know you can craft a bunch of stuff. And like guns and bullets, or I mean guns, the bullets are very important.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I mean, if you've already played this game, feel free to comment if you think I should do something. Close thing, shell casings, okay? Oh, duh, sorry, give me 1 second. Let me fix my settings really quick. Okay. Come on. Advanced setting, auto share setting. Oh no, I went to the wrong one. Sound and devices. There you go, Tornado. Alright. Oh. Oh, it's R1, okay. Killed it. The frack is that? That's gross. Alright. Yep, that's definitely his son.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh, I thought that thing came back alive.
One fatal round through the forehead.
Okay.
That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Mind Palace, okay. Okay. That wheel does not look like they did it properly. I mean, there's a monster and this freaking guy that just got executed. And another monster. Yeah, that's Iceland. Did I break something? Oh, okay, you can climb that. Cool. Okay, cool. No way, there can't be all the oh wait, actually no, I need to do the thing first, okay. Oh, there's an upstairs actually. Let's go up there first. I guess not, never mind. Maybe I can take a picture. The gameplay I saw, I never saw him use a camera, so I don't really know what it's for. But it said the frame would turn white when it had the right... And god dang, they pushed the hooks through them and everything. How do I turn off my freaking... Oh, there it is. I don't get when you're supposed to use the camera, but okay. I mean, I barely started the game. Mind Palace. Casebook. No. Okay, so I got some of those clues. What's casebook? Oh, okay. It doesn't say all evidence is collected. Oh, it does. Never mind. I guess not. I guess it is. All evidence collected. What's this? Oh, I guess I didn't get all of... Okay. Oops. How the fuck do I... No. Oh, okay, it's right joystick, okay. That's a torn piece of jacket, okay. This is... What was this? kinda okay, I need to go back to that ship. Apparently I missed something right at the get-go. Oh no, it's not. Damn, look at that squid. Or something.
Join in, newcomer. Praise the sea with us.
No, I'm okay. Is there a sprint? Oh, there is a sprint. Is that it?
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Okay, I guess that was it. And then this one. Titania lifeboat. Place mark. Oh. Under the nail. Oh. Under the nail bar. I guess.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
I said that there's evidence here.
Something with this helmet gives me chills.
But it wasn't.
What's wrong with it?
The evidence.
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Oh, I almost went all the way in the water. Oh, I can go up. Oh, no, I can't.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures. and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible, and when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilt for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
I don't know exactly. I have some suspects, but I need to investigate further.
What kind of private eye are you?
A thorough one. When I find him, I'll tell you.
Fine. No one leaves the port until then. Find me that dirtbag and I'll help you with anything you need.
Alright, fine. I was just trying to be nice and let you know. As soon as I found your son, you dick. Oh wait. I should know where I'm going. City port. It's a Devil Reese Hotel. Chronicle. Hospital. Where the freak is the bar? How do I zoom in? R2. The bar. Where the frack is the bar? There's a little boat. It's a port. Where the frack is the bar? Oh. Okay, under the keel bar. Alright. Up, and there's a big sign that says bar. Well then, I'm a very good detective.
Oh, yeah. Hey, got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
Bullet. Where is the murderer? I doubt it. He would actually be hiding out somewhere like this. Or out in the open.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Louis Flynn. Any
I
chances
bet you
here?
this is the guy that's in debt.
Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
You just said you're a coward.
As it happens, I know you owe a debt to Mr. Flynn. Trouble is, I found your note near the dead body of Albert Throgmorton, son of Robert. So, it seems Louis is in trouble. Might have even come here to hide. But you hand him over and he won't be back to collect what you owe. Get me?
Throck. That would explain the blood. Fine. If it gets me out of this mess, you can have him.
So?
He's upstairs. Here's the key. You gotta promise to deal with him, once and for all. But save the shooting for outside, huh?
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
To this upstairs.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Drach. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
Nah, I don't buy it.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly cut and dry. I need some time to think.
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
God dang it, I kept doing the wrong one. Okay. I don't buy it. I mean, not saying that the Throgmorton was a good person, but this is Cthulhu here that is a sea, well, from outer space, but dwells in the sea, and these people worship the sea, so I don't think they're on our side.
Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Yeah, you can.
You want a drink?
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Just as I suspected, the Innsmouther Lewis is responsible for your son's murder. He's hiding at the local bar. Just ask the bartender. Seems like he had a bone to pick with your family and took it out on Albert.
Oh, that scum won't be getting off easy. The whole city shall see what happens when you cross the Throgmortons. Justice, bittersweet as it is, shall be served. It's rare for a newcomer to make himself so useful. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I'm looking into an outbreak of erratic behavior and madness, all linked to shared visions of this place.
Indeed. Then our goals align. This inexplicable hysteria has spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Okay.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
Come on, why isn't that connecting?
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my
They will be reimbursed. I'll also...
well...
The dollar lost it.
Holy shit, I got quite a bit. Hook, line, and sinker. Okay, did I get enough for skills? What did I get? Oh dang, no I didn't. Oh fuck, did I accidentally choose that? No, I didn't mean to do that.